In a previous video, I used a brake fluid tester to see if it's time to flush out the old with the new in my 2014 Porsche Carrera 991.1. Well, if you haven't seen that video, here's the result. It needs to be flushed. My local dealership said the cost for this flush is roughly $480. I'm going to show you how to flush the brakes and what to look out for. Let's go. Take the cap off, remove the screen, don't make a mess. We need to remove the old fluid that's sitting in the reservoir. A turkey baster is a good option. Don't empty it all the way, just to the minimum line. By the way, Porsche recommends doing this every 2 years. Let me know what you think. This seems excessive. Maybe if you track the car. I'll keep using the brake fluid tester to tell me when it's time. Also, I'll leave a link in the description on the one I'm using and where to get it. Well, while I'm doing this, just to make sure you're aware, you will need a pressure bleeder and a bleeder bottle. I'll leave a link in the description of the one I used, and I'll mention the issue I had with it when we get to it and a fix. That's about it. Look how this has a green tinge to it. The pressure bleeder. Open it up and pour a full 1 liter can of brake fluid that's compatible with your car. It will say on the brake fluid cap. I'm using .4 ATE 200. This is compatible with this car. Twist the pressure bleeder cap on and the other end to your car reservoir. You do need to make sure you get the right bleeder that's compatible. The one I purchased is compatible with this Porsche and my 2004 BMW 325i. That's going to be the next victim of the brake fluid flush. Now it's time to pump the pressure. The research I saw said between 15 and 20 psi. I'll do 15. It's getting there and it's flowing. No leaks at the cap. Now it's up to 15 psi. The bleeder and the drainage bottle were $117. So the total was $157, $20 for the brake fluid. I purchased 2 liters, plus my time. The bleeding process starts from the furthest wheel from the reservoir, which is the rear passenger wheel. Once that's done, then you move to the rear driver's side, then the front passenger side, then the front driver's side. Take the rubber cover off on both sides, attach the catch bottle hose, and loosen the valve counterclockwise, and the fluid will start flowing, draining into the bottle. I've read you must bleed the inner valve first, then the outer, to ensure a complete flush and not introduce air into the lines. Others say the reverse. This Porsche Carrera 991.1 features high-performance multi-piston calipers that house 2 separate fluid chambers. I'm going to trust my source and start with the inner. If you think you know different, let me know and why. The wrench size that worked for me was 11 millimeters. You want a wrench that fits because these valves are easy to strip. And make sure it's a closed-end wrench size to grab all sides. I tighten this firmly by hand. If you want to be more precise, tighten the bleeder valve to 8 to 12 foot-pounds. Do not over-tighten. When you're ready to put the wheels back on, tighten the lug nuts to 118 foot-pounds in a star pattern. Now, I'm not going to show you every wheel because it's basically the same process. After looking further, one thing I noticed, there was a leak. There was nothing linking on the top from the reservoir. The leak came from the 2 connector adapters from the pressure bleeder. I tried tightening them up all the way, but they still leaked. To minimize this, I used plumber's tape and got rid of the connector and just connected direct to the hose. I saw online a lot of people were complaining about the pressure bleeder leaking. I figured this would avoid one of the leaks. This did work. If you want the connection, try plumber's tape, then join the connectors. I was surprised there was a problem. Typically, these are used with air compressors, and I haven't seen a leaking problem with my compressor connectors. After the valve is showing clear liquid, change out the valve. Total for the rear passenger side should be roughly 100 to 150 milliliters total. Use the close-end wrench and put it through the hose. I found this to be easier. Do the process for all 4 tires. The driver's side do the same with roughly 50 to 100 milliliters, and then the passenger's front should be 30 to 60 milliliters, and then last, the driver's front should be 30 to 60 milliliters, or with all of these when the fluid's clear. Top off the brake fluid reservoir to the maximum line, about right there. Don't forget the screen and the cap. Press the brakes to make sure there's no give and it's firm. And the best part, go for a little test drive. This was not a bad job, but did take some work taking off all 4 tires. Again, the dealership was going to charge me roughly $480. My cost doing it myself was $117 for the bleeder, plus $20 per liter for brake fluid. I purchased 2. I could have gotten by with 1 if the bleeder didn't leak. Moving forward, this service is going to cost me $20 since I already have the bleeder. I also did this 2004 BMW. Who knows how long this has gone without a flush? Check that video out. I wouldn't be surprised if this service was the most neglected by car owners. I hope this helped, and if it did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and be nice in the comments.